Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new to my channel, why don't you consider subscribing, clicking on the bell for notifications and giving this video the thumbs up. And if you're not new to the channel, why aren't you subscribing to it? So with that, let's get on with it. So this is a projector, as the title says anyway. Yes, it's a budget one, so don't expect it to be fantastic, but it should be good enough. I think this slides out. It should, it does. It should be good enough for you to watch videos on. And apparently it has some built-in apps. We will be testing that out as well. We'll also set it up and see how easy it is to set up. It has automatic keystone, apparently. It is a native 1080p or native 1080, I'm not sure if it's a P. And it supports up to 4K. Not sure how that one works either, but we will see. Try and get that. And, yeah, there's another end. You can change the angle of the dangle up to 120 degrees. So you could have it either looking straight ahead or pointing at the ceiling, apparently. So we have instructions. I will have to read the instructions. Remote control. Nice little white one for a change. Yeah, white one. Plug. 3-pin plug. This is for the UK market because we're in the UK. I will stick links in the video description for you, whether you're in the UK or US or even Canada. Links in the video description. Make sure you check them out. HDMI connection, maybe? Yep, HDMI connection. Oh, a bit of cable in there. Might use it, might not. I've got loads of cables. Audio connections and video, of course. Right, the actual unit itself, let me get her out. Move the box out of the way. And this is it. Now, does it have a bit of plastic over the top? I think it does. What's this? Please tear it off before using. Well, obviously. It's no good if we don't tear it off because you've got nothing to come out. Right, here we go. Tear it off, it says. Oh, that's unusual. Normally you'd have a cover, but like I said, this is a budget one. And I think there's a bit of plastic over the top of that as well. Looking at that, I'll say yes. But I can't see where it pulls off. And perhaps it don't. Anyway, let's have a quick look. So, comes on a nice little stand. There is a Q code on there, and we'll get to that in a second. And there's a Q code there as well. On-off button. Now that will be for focus. Yeah, easy enough to understand. And apparently you can easily disconnect this. So I'm going to take it off for now. Is that it? It is. Well, that's easy. It's that bit of rubber, isn't it? Just a bit of rubber. Yeah, very good. Unusual shaped stand, isn't it? Yeah, let's move that over there for now. Right, let's have a proper look. So, I did say there's a Q code. Look, it's still on there, isn't it? See, that's a Q code there. I'm not sure how you're going to scan that. Please scan this Q code with your cell phone to download the app. Move that out of the way. We have a mount there for putting it on a stand or putting it on the ceiling, something like that. Not sure what they're for. Oh, it must be for that. Yeah, I see. So that will slot into them. So you know which way round it goes. Oh, very good. I would have thought that was an air vent, but it's not. There's an air vent, but only that bit there. Nothing on that side. And we have connectivity on the back. We have some more air vents, power, USB, HDMI, AV, headphone socket, different, and that's it. And some rubber feet for it to sit on a table or something. Let's see how easy it is to put this back. So it's got to go that way, isn't it? There you go, in there, with my little screw thing. Do that up. That's very easy. Change the angle of the dangle. See that? Like I said, 120 apparently for the angle of the dangle. Easy so far. What do you think? Very portable, isn't it? Yeah? Very portable. Right, let's see what the picture quality is like, and I'll see, well, I'm going to try and find how to remove this bit of plastic. If it's supposed to be removed, that is. Because I'm sure it should be. Don't look right like that, does it? Give me a second. Right, let's see if I can remove this film. I can't get it with my fingers. Let's see if I can get a knife under there. Oh, what's going on? Oh yes, look at that. I thought there was one on there. Right, that looks better. Let's go and set her up and see what she looks like when we first start her up. First start up, I placed it on my kitchen table and it's approximately 5 feet away from the actual screen, and it's also below the screen. It's not above like you would have normally. So I thought I'd just try it on a table, see what it looks like. And yeah, not bad. Now the automatic keystone worked very well, but if you come out of the automatic and do it manually and then go back into auto, it doesn't seem to reconfigure itself, so you have to restart it for some reason. That was a little bit on the weird side. But navigation was quite easy. That is the biggest it will go from that distance, so from 5 feet approximately. It will not go any bigger than that. Now the screen itself is 72 feet from corner to corner. So the only way you can get it bigger is to actually move the projector further away. Now the one I've already got set up is quite a distance away. It's about 11 feet away and it's up higher. And yes, I will show you it in a second. I just want to go through the apps, what you actually get with it. And by the way, I did mute it. I did find that the fan is quite noisy, so that might put people off. But this is a budget projector, not a high-end projector. But like I said earlier, it should still produce a good video image. Maybe a bit noisy on the fan, but still produce a good image. Also, the actual built-in speaker wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be horrendous, and I thought, that's not too bad actually. I quite like the menu layout. It was easy to find your way around without any issues. Setting up network, again the Wi-Fi network, very easy to do. I had no issues with that whatsoever. Putting your details like you would on any other device when you're connecting Wi-Fi, job done. Like I said, didn't have any issues with that whatsoever. Now this does have Android operating system on it, and I will show you the specs in a second. The only thing I didn't find was colour adjustments. I thought, that's a bit odd, can't see no colour adjustments, but I wasn't really looking for it. I'll have a look in a second. Now mirroring, now it does say you need to download an app. I didn't download the app because it didn't have a certificate from the App Store. I was reluctant to download it. So I don't know if that affected the actual quality of the image, because it was pixelating or tearing, as you can see in my video, and I thought, oh, that doesn't look very good. But picture quality was nice and clear again, and it was nice and smooth running. I didn't have no issues with that. Plenty of pre-apps are already installed as well, which I thought was really nice, so you didn't have to worry about downloading things like Netflix, Disney Channel or Prime videos from Amazon. Those already down, including YouTube, and I thought, yeah, that gets you off to a good start. Now I didn't actually try Netflix or Prime because I didn't really want to put my details in there and mess about showing you all that, but if they download it, the chances are it should work. I did play a couple of videos on YouTube. Basically there was adverts, but it was nice and clear, easy to watch, and yeah, I had no issue with that whatsoever. Now on the sound settings, you've got volume settings and button sound. In other words, when you press the up and down, left to right, OK button, you will hear a clicking sound. You can actually just turn that off if you wanted to. Now also I did check out the specs, so if you want to look at the specs I suggest you pause it now, but basically it has 1 gig of RAM and 32 gig of ROM. Have a listen to one of my videos because you can hear the audio with me talking and you can actually hear the fan in the background as well. So have a listen. Thumbs up! It does help, you know. Helps the channel keep on growing. So this is a little bit different from the norm. It's from a company called Divu, and it's a Ditto Pro, the Retro Pixel Art Portable Speaker. So I plugged in the USB. It's only a 1080 video, and yeah, that works fine. Now, when I plugged in the 4K one through the memory stick, it wouldn't work. So it might be the read-write was too slow for the actual device or for the actual projector for it to be able to work. I don't know. It wouldn't work anyway. So I gave up on that one. But 1080p, fine. No issue with that whatsoever. Now scaling. Now if you have it on the table and it's about 5 feet away, it doesn't get very big. You need to move it further back. It does scale, but it just can't go wide enough. Now if you want full screen, like 120, I put it just over 12 feet away, and yeah, that seemed to work fine. It was actually too big for my screen anyway, but I wanted to test it, and yeah, it worked fine. Keystone. Now when I first turned it on, it seemed to work fine. Done all the adjustments and it looked pretty good. And I thought, oh, I'll have a little play about with it and I'll try it out in manual. So I messed about with it in manual, and yeah, that worked really well. And then when I went back to Auto Keystone, it wouldn't change it. It wouldn't reset it to what it originally set it for with the Keystone or with the Auto Keystone. So I did think that was a bit weird. So I turned it off and turned it back on, and it still wouldn't work. So it worked once and I couldn't get it to work again. Now, if you want to point this at the ceiling like I did, it does work, but I'll show you in a second why you might have some issues, because I thought, that's not very good. But yes, it does work if you want to do it on the ceiling, no issue with that whatsoever, but there is a problem which I will go through in a second. You might think, oh, okay, yeah, we need to do that. Picture quality. Now, I was very pleased with the colour straight out of the box. It was vibrant and it looked like they spent a bit of time setting it up. Now, for you purists, me included, who like to play about and readjust the actual image quality, you know, whether you want to adjust the brightness, contrast, colour, things like that, you can't do it. There's no adjustment. It is what it is. Now, I found the picture quality or the colour image was very good, especially on my ceiling. But when I started upscaling up to, I believe mine's 72 inches, it still looked really good on colour, but when some of the text come up, especially if it's only small text, it looks blurry, and I thought, oh, that's not very good. Large text is fine, but small text, not so good. So I was a little bit disappointed in that. Now, pros and cons. Let me go through some of the pros and some of the cons of this actual device. Bearing in mind, it is a budget one, okay? It's cheap, there are some good points and there are some bad points. I'm going to go through them right now. Native 1080p with 4K support, although it wouldn't work on my memory stick. Don't ask me why, but it wouldn't work. One of the things that I do like about it, it has built-in apps, Android apps, so you can go to the App Store and get more stuff to download, and I found that very useful, especially as they've already put some of the Prime stuff on, like Netflix, YouTube, stuff like that, Prime TV, you know. I found that very helpful. I thought that was good. Saves you downloading, messing about, you know, logging in and things like that. You can go straight in there and you've got your Netflix. Obviously you've got to log into that anyway, but it is there. Good preset colours, no adjustment straight out of the box, which I thought was good, but for the purists who need to adjust it for their eyes or whatever, you can't, there's no adjustment. Built-in speaker. Now, the built-in speaker, in my opinion, was pretty good, although it's never going to be perfect. You're going to miss out on a lot of things like bass, decent bit of treble, things like that. So you really need separate speakers, ideally. But if you're using this in an office or something like that, it is good enough for the speaker. I thought it was really good for that. One of the things I do like is the menu. It is easy to navigate, and I found it a breeze actually. Just looking around, finding what I wanted. It was really easy to find stuff, and I thought, yeah, that's how it should be. Not everyone does it that easy, but this one does. The fan, they said it is very quiet. I didn't find that very quiet whatsoever. I found it quite noisy. Yes, very disappointed in that actually. Now, one of the things I found a bit strange is the angle. Now, they said it can go up to 120, didn't they, which is that. Yeah, and I thought, well, that's fine, yeah, but here's the cable that comes with it, HDMI cable, a standard HDMI cable, and get these anyway. Now, if you plug it in, let me pull that out a bit. You plug that in, say in slot number 1, yeah, and you turn that to point at the ceiling, it's going to get caught up broke. Like that, because it's hit that. And look, let me show you. That is now broke. Yeah, that is no good. Because that in there is it in that. So what you have to do is pull that out, yes, and then push it in there. Like so. Or they could have made one with an L join on it. So it's bent already. So it wouldn't hit that at all. It would miss it. Maybe, I don't know, but that's no good now. I just thought I'd point these little things out to you. Apart from that, it does the job. It's a budget one, don't expect it to be fantastic, but for something that you can just take straight out of the box and basically use it straight away just by adjusting the focus and the image, or the scaling, or the keystone and the scaling, this could be the one for you. It's well thought out to a point. There are a couple of points they need to sort out, and yeah, like it. Also, if you do decide you want to run the cable down there, then it's not going to sit straight. Because look at that one. See, they put an L shape on that one, on the actual plug. Yeah, which I thought, well, why didn't you do that with the HDMI lead? Because you can buy a HDMI lead like that. I'm sure you can. Let me know in the comments whether I'm wrong or not. So if they'd done that, it wouldn't catch up like that one. Now, another downside you might not like, but I've seen this on quite a few budget projectors, is you can't change the bulb. These are designed that once the bulb goes, you throw it away and buy a new one. Because at the end of the day, it's probably cheaper to throw this away than it is probably to change the bulb. Just thought I'd point that one out. So, conclusion time. It's a budget projector. It can do up to at least 120 inch screen. It can auto keystone, although it only worked for me once. It's a fairly good image. It's not a fantastic image. The quality of the actual colouring I thought was really nice, pleasing to the eye, but there is no adjustment for colour, brightness or contrast. So you have to decide what you want. And it's very portable. Yes, very portable. So with that, links in the video description if you want to go and check it out. If you're new to the channel, why not consider subscribing, clicking on the bell for notification, and giving this video, or any of my videos, the thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching.